I just made the most irrelevant realization about the new Apple Watches that just released. This literally does not matter at all. I just found it like 1% whimsical. So the new colors they dropped with like the polished black Apple Watch, the rose gold, and then the silver, they are an identical design aesthetic to the iPhone 7, which was my favorite iPhone launch of all time, where they dropped the really cool gloss black one I'm sure you guys remember it. Then you have the pink and the silver. Watches, phones. Anyway, that's it. That's the whole video. Thanks for watching. Here's everything you need to know about the iPhone 16 in under a minute. Having a significantly more durable screen, we'll see how this checks out. Lots of new colors, I really like this blue. New camera orientation. The base models now have the action button from the Pro models last year. The bezels are slightly smaller. And this was the big feature, the camera control. It's basically a little touch surface on the side of your phone that's used just for the camera. You can tap it to open the camera, use it to take pictures, videos, and do all sorts of other stuff. You can slide left and right to zoom and stuff. I think it's pretty cool and a very welcome feature. And like super non-intrusive, it's not sticking out or anything. They leaned quite a bit into Apple Intelligence and all the stuff released in iOS 18. Camera button can be used in conjunction with this to look at something, take a picture of it, and it'll help you understand what's going on. Great accessibility feature. The screens can also get much brighter and crucially much dimmer, down to 1 nit, so when you're using your phone in the dark or in bed or whatever, it's not going to blind you. This is good. There's now an ultra-wide camera, which can also do macro photography. And the new chip is faster, better for Apple Intelligence, and is way better on battery, so you get longer battery life. All the features in the Pro were very focused on photography and video. Aside from the fact that the screens are a little bit bigger now, these screens are absolutely huge and the bezels are almost seamless. The phones are all titanium, we got some sleek new colors, but the main things were some tweaks to the camera hardware, and crucially some tweaks to the camera software. There's a bunch of like pro level editing tools available natively on the phone that are only going to appeal to a small audience, but for those they do appeal to, they're going to be pretty huge. And the other really big thing is there's now 4 microphones on the back of the iPhone Pros, so you could capture things like spatial audio. I think, again, this will be a really big thing to a small amount of people. Anyway, those are all the things you're going to actually care about on the new iPhones. Hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching. The AirPod releases were by far the most exciting part of the Apple event. Here's everything you need to know about them in under 1 minute. They released 3 new hardware models that made some significant software changes to the Pro. First up, we got the new base model, the AirPods 4. They changed the design slightly to be better fit, but they remain the in-ear style like this. And they kept the cheaper base price. But crucially, they introduced a middle tier model, kind of before the Pro, that keep the same style, that have noise cancellation. This has specifically only been limited to the AirPod Pros, so now that you can get this for something more affordable and with this ear tip style. It also includes all of their other noise cancellation features like their pass-through or selective pass-through, all that sort of stuff. That mid-tier model also supports wireless charging. AirPods Max changes are less significant. We got a bunch of new colors, some of them really dope. And we also crucially got USB-C, another very subtle change, but very welcome. And lastly, this was my favorite part of the whole event, the hearing aid feature is now available for the Pros. There's a few parts to this. 1 is like a clinical level hearing test that'll help you diagnose hearing problems in like different ranges. And 2 is a hearing aid mode that will not only allow the AirPods Pro to act as hearing aids, but they'll use that hearing test data to have them act as hearing aids for all the ranges that you need. Huge fan of all these changes. Hope this video is helpful. Thanks for watching. Here's everything that was released at today's Apple event in under 2 minutes. We got a whole bunch of new AirPods releases. We got a new base model, the AirPods 4. The base model has a slightly new design but remains affordable. But you now pay a little bit more and get active noise cancellation. But there's now a mid-tier model which has active noise cancellation. You could previously only get this on the Pros. That mid-tier model also has wireless charging. I think this mid-tier model is going to be super popular. AirPods Max got some new colors and USB-C charging. This is very welcome. And my favorite part of the whole event, AirPods Pro has a hearing aid feature now. It comes with a clinical level hearing test. This is incredible. The new iPhones drop, we got the 16. We got some new colors, pretty sleek. The phone's glass is now a lot more durable. The base model phones got the action button from the Pros last year. And the newest feature, this little touchscreen on the side called camera control. It gives you immediate access to your camera, and you can interact with it like a touchscreen, so you can do things like zoom. This is really cool. It's also going to be Apple Intelligence compatible, which trickles down to the camera button, and you can use it to like learn what you're looking at. This is fun from an accessibility perspective. The new chip inside the phone is way faster, and it's much more power efficient, so your phone's going to have better battery life. The screens are also a little bit brighter now, but crucially also dimmer. They can go down to 1 nit dimness for when you're in bed or whatever. The Pro model was a little bit more unexciting, same features. A few new colors, they are all titanium. The Pro is very focused around video and audio with a bunch of camera updates, including a bunch of software stuff for video editing, like pro level stuff. And most excitingly, there's 4 new microphones on the Pro for like insane level audio. All the same features as 16, just better cameras and audio experience. Apple Watch 10 got a bigger screen, thinner bezels. Some new colors. There's now an option to get it in titanium instead of steel like before. The screen is now OLED, so it has better viewing angles, big deal for a watch. And the Ultra now comes in this super sleek black. That's probably all the stuff you actually care about. Hope that saved you some time. Thanks for watching.